I'm Nafia. So once again, the historic 15th August has come and it is Independence Day, the day for us Indians. I don't think that I have to give a big explanation about Independence Day, but I will remind you one thing that this independence and freedom is the sacrifice of many great leaders. So today, we will have a talk with a freedom fighter. She is not only a freedom fighter but also a great poet. She is known as a Nightingale of India. I think you all have guessed it. It's none other than Sarojini Naidu. So I would like to welcome her on this stage. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Ma'am, I hope you are fine. Before entering to the talk, we all know that you are a great poet. So, can you please recite some lines of your poem for everyone, please?
Oh, you want me to recite a poem that I wrote? I'll recite a few lines from the poem Song of a Dream. Lone in the light of that magical grove, I felt the stars of spirits of love gather and gleam round my delicate youth, and I heard song of spirits of truth. To quench my longing, I bend me low by the streams of spirits of peace that flow in that magical wood in the land of sleep.
That was great. As we know, you are a famous poet. How did you balance between freedom movement and your passion?
Well, my poems are always from the core of my heart. And I am lucky enough to be a voice to many voiceless Indians, especially women, through my writing. And writing always kept me moving even at times when I faced a lot of challenges and hardships. So, writing made me hopeful and it made me realize all the struggles our country facing in depth. Writing actually helped me in achieving the freedom that we actually deserve.
Of course, you are a really big inspiration for everyone. Of course, you have faced so many challenges in your life. So, can you please share some of the challenges you faced as a freedom fighter?
I believe I am one of the major figures to have led civil disobedience movement and Quit India movement led by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, also known as Mahatma Gandhi. I was arrested along with other Congress leaders including Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Madan Mohan Malaviya for participating in 1930 Salt March. I faced repeated arrest by the British authorities during the time and even spent over 1 year and 9 months in jail.
So, you have faced so many challenges. What was the motivation for you to choose the path?
The wake of the partition of Bengal in 1905 affected me deeply. I met Gopal Krishna Gokhale, through whom I came into contact with several prominent figures of India's freedom struggle, including Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Rabindranath Tagore, and Annie Besant. I was urged by Gokhale to use my intellect for the cause, and I dedicated myself to politics and Indian freedom movement. Taking a respite from writing, I was inspired to work towards attaining freedom from the colonial regimes and social reform.
I'm sure that there are so many things that motivated you, right? So at those times, there were so many movements for freedom. In which movement did you participate?
I actively participated in movement for freedom, which I joined after the partition of Bengal in 1905. During 1915 and 1918, I crisscrossed the country addressing gatherings on themes such as nationalism, social welfare, emancipation, and women empowerment.
So you were active in most of the freedom movements, right? You have done so many things in India, like so many freedom movements. Then why did you go back to London again?
I went to London again in 1919 as a part of All India Home Rule League, as a part of my continued efforts to advocate for freedom from the British rule.
Oh, so that's why you returned to London, right? So when we say to our parents that we want to be a footballer or cricketer or anything, first they will say that focus on your studies, right? So did your parents supported you? I heard that your father wanted you to be a mathematician or scientist. Did they supported you?
Yes, they supported me despite their expectations. Even though my father wanted me to be a scientist or a mathematician, I was always interested in poetry. Uh, so when I once wrote a poem that was 1,300 lines long, he was quite impressed by it. They even supported me when I broke the stereotype with my intercaste marriage, which was not allowed back then. I am quite grateful for them.
Definitely, your parents are so supportive. So that's for all today. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your quality time with us. And I think I'm really lucky to have a chit chat with a freedom fighter, also a poet. Thank you so much, ma'am.
It was my pleasure. I had fun chatting with you too. Remember, a country's greatness lies in its undying ideals of love and sacrifice that inspire the mothers of the race. Thank you.
So this is Nafia signing off. Take care and bye bye.